It's time for us to take a different approach to leadership development, to how we support the transitions leaders make when they move into much bigger roles. You're making a massive investment when you're onboarding or promoting people into much bigger leadership roles. And it's really important that we help them to make those transitions successful, not just for them, but for their teams and your organisation. In the main, we take a real one size fits all approach to leadership development. I think we can transform the way we approach leadership development in a way that really makes a difference to the individual leaders, but that we create a much more long term and sustainable impact overall on the culture of our organisations. That's what I've done by creating Boost Connect. I've created a leadership development experience, not a one size fits all, not a sheep dip, not a turn up to a training room and then we're done. An experience that will really support them, really help them to be those leaders who are confident, capable, effective in the right way, in a way that helps them to develop and grow happy, healthier, higher performing teams, but that they can also be that for themselves. Boost Connect is all about creating a personalized, individualized experience for that leader. Your leadership approach, your leadership strategy is absolutely core. I think we can bring together those strategic aims with a more personalised and individual approach to have much more impact, much more benefit for the individual, the team, and the organisation. So I'm going to just share with you a brief overview of Boost Connect. We're looking at it through three angles: how we engage them, how we enable them, and how we empower them. That's what you're getting with a Boost Connect experience for your leaders. We're helping them to really be engaged with their role. We're enabling them by giving them access to the knowledge and support that they need to really develop the skills, behaviour, and mindsets to be that confident and effective leader that you really need them for them to be. And in that empowering space, we're creating that opportunity for them really to connect with their leadership experience, taking control of it, owning it, and using that to help them to continue their leadership experience into the future as well. With Boost Connect, we absolutely start with your leadership strategy. So that starts by me and you spending some time together for me to understand the leadership strategy approach that you have in your organisation. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to work with the individual leader themselves, perhaps yourself, their manager, and what we're going to do is help them to really connect with their role. And we're going to connect it to where they are and where they want to be as a leader. On the back of those conversations, we then create a personalised Boost Connect plan for that leader. What that means is we're not saying, here's all the content, do it all. What we're saying is, based on those initial conversations, we've identified that these are the priority areas for you to focus on as a leader in your development. Let's start where it's most important to you to be effective, to be confident. That's what we need to help leaders do first. We need them to focus on the areas that are going to help them move forward the most and to have most impact in terms of what they're doing, and hopefully help them to really enjoy their job, enjoy that leadership role that they have, and help them to feel positive and excited about that. They can then do as much of the other learning activity that there is in the program as well, but this is about getting them to start on what's important first. So how are they going to deal with their plan? How are they going to make their plan effective and put it into place? Well, there's a couple of areas that we will be providing for them in that Boost Connect experience. First, they have their own digital workspace, which is where they can navigate their full experience from. Once they have their plan, they can then access the on-demand leadership course and resources. These are going to be 5 to 15-minute lessons where they get really great insight and understanding on key concepts around leading and leadership. From there, what they have is a set of resources to help them take that understanding, that learning, and put it into some practical skills, behaviours, mindsets, wherever that fits. They're then supported by their leadership success coach through coaching and mentoring, and they'll have one-to-one sessions for that, where they can look at the work that they're doing with their plan and look at where they might be struggling or where they might be really smashing it, and what do they want to learn about themselves from that through those conversations with their coach. They'll also have the opportunity to be involved in more community-based stuff. So really important that they've got personalised things for them, that they've got one-to-one time for them so that they've got the space and they've got the opportunity to reflect on their own personal journey. But it's also good to have opportunities to interact and work with other peers, other leaders in a similar scenario. So there'll be a monthly live 90-minute session where we'll be inviting in guest experts into those sessions, and that will give them opportunities to speak to somebody who really is a proper geek, a proper expert on that topic, so that they can really kind of interrogate them and learn from experts in those areas. They can also then access the quarterly in-person or remote workshop. So I think it's important that as much as they'll be doing individual learning, that we create that opportunity for them to come together more broadly to look at topics, the leadership topics we're focusing on in the on-demand course. Again, we'll be able to take some of those 5 to 15-minute sessions and expand on them, really get into the depth so that we can really help them transfer that knowledge into skills, behaviours and mindsets that will really help them to be effective and more confident. Alongside those opportunities for the monthly and the quarterly sessions, there'll also be a Slack group that they will be able to interact with throughout their time on the programme. This gives them an opportunity to get support, insight, ideas, share, celebrate with other people who are also on the Boost Connect programme. But it will also give them opportunities to get hold of their leadership success coach really easily as well and interact with them on that. Throughout their time on a Boost Connect experience, we'll be checking in terms of how they're doing with their plan. Are they making progress? Where are they stuck? What do they need help with? So it will be a continual process. The experience has been designed so it fits into the flow of their work. Leadership roles, especially more senior leadership roles, can be really demanding. It can be really hard to fit a full day or a full week into your schedule. So Boost Connect has been designed to really fit into the flow of their work. So those 5 to 15-minute lessons, that might be something they want to revisit 3, 4, 5 more times because they're going into a scenario where that is relevant for them. And that's easy for them to do. It's flexible and accessible, and they'll be able to do that in a way that helps them most. Everything else, they'll be able to operate and organise around a time that works for them. The only exception to that will be the one-day events that happen once a quarter. But again, that will be within their gift and their choice in terms of what they do and how they engage with that. I know from my own experience of making that transition from a small team leader role into a much bigger department leader role where I had 4 direct reports and 20 people overall in my team, and with 15 years experience in HR before, that shift, the shift that needs to happen when you move up to be a leader of leaders is incredibly challenging. It's incredibly challenging. And what I'm creating is an experience where people have the support that they need when they are going through that type of experience. The experience of really shifting how they need to operate, the skills they now need to have, the behaviours that they need to have in place, and the mindset of creating a culture and an environment for a full department. It's not easy leading. And it's not easy getting promoted, sticking your hand up and saying, I'm really struggling internally, or telling your boss who has had the confidence and the commitment to you to promote you. It's hard to tell them or turn to them and say you're struggling. And what we want to do is create a safe space where those leaders can come in and get the support that they need so that they can build that autonomy for themselves. They can empower themselves by having access to what they need when they need it, with people who understand the experience that they're having. If you'd like to find out more, get a little bit more detail, or I can happily show you a demonstration of our digital workspace and how all of the experience comes together, please get in touch. I'd be really happy to talk to you about it. We're relaunching the new version of the experience now that I've done some testing, and that's going to be going live from the 1st of July. So really looking forward to inviting and accepting lots of wonderful new leaders into the programme for that time. So now is a really great time to get involved, and there's also some bonuses for getting involved early. So please do get in touch about those.